So the question is, why do people with a fatty liver eventually get arthritis? What is the connection there? Well, there's different stages of liver damage. You have a fatty liver, then you have a fatty liver with inflammation, then you get scar tissue in the liver, eventually turning into cirrhosis, which is an advanced form of fibrotic tissue in the liver. So arthritis is inflammation of the joint. So how does that inflammation get from the liver into the joint? Through different mechanisms. Number one, the fat in the liver is both adipose tissue as well as ectopic fat, which is fat outside the adipose tissue. So ectopic fat is sort of like a spillover fat that can't fit into the fat cell, so it starts to go invade different organs and tissues. Now, adipose tissue is an endocrine gland that actually makes cytokines. These are proteins that cause inflammation. Ectopic fat also increases cytokines, and the specific type of cytokines that are produced cause systemic inflammation. Inflammation all over your body, like in your joints. It can also trigger rheumatoid arthritis as well. And then on top of that, to make things worse, cytokines that can then worsen or create insulin resistance. And more insulin resistance increases more systemic inflammation. So you can see that it's a chain reaction that keeps feeding itself. Now, if you're going to have all this inflammation in the body, you're going to heal with scar tissue. It's called fibrosis, eventually leading to cirrhosis. And if there's cirrhosis in the liver, you're not going to be able to produce bile effectively anymore. So a lot of the bile is going to get trapped in the liver. And anytime you have this powerful detergent that can't flow to the liver, that alone is going to create more inflammation of the liver on top of the already existing inflammation. And because bile is not created in sufficient quantities, you're not going to be able to absorb from your food or your supplements omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory. So that alone can increase inflammation, not to mention the lack of absorption of the other fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin D, all very heavy in influencing inflammation, dropping inflammation. So if you're not able to absorb those fat-soluble vitamins, unfortunately, you're going to be in a lot of pain and stiffness throughout the entire body. So what is the moral of the story? You want to save the liver, protect your liver. If you're new to my channel, I created a link down below of exactly what you should be eating to do that. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.